Margie Warrell, Brave, 50 Everyday Acts of Courage to Thrive in Work, Love, and Life. In Brave, 50 Everyday Acts of Courage to Thrive in Work, Love, and Life, Margie Warrell invites readers to embrace their fears and develop courage in different aspects of their lives. Throughout the summary, you will learn about practical ways to face your fears, the importance of staying true to yourself, and the significance of speaking up for your beliefs. Delve into real-life examples and stories to inspire and motivate you to step outside your comfort zone and challenge yourself in various situations. You'll also get to explore the necessity of standing up for your values, being your own advocate, and how you can develop resilience while dealing with pain and loss.
Strengthen your courage muscles. Everyone experiences fear, but facing it makes you stronger. Start by acknowledging your fears and embracing small challenges. Gradually work your way up to bigger ones, and don't procrastinate. Instead, visualize success, and learn from the experiences of others to bolster your courage and confidence. The story of an excited 13-year-old who overcomes his fear of skyjumping holds a valuable lesson for personal growth. Taking action even when you are afraid can lead to becoming a stronger and more resilient person. The key is to confront your fears instead of avoiding them. Each time you face a fear, you effectively strengthen your courage muscles. Start with less dramatic ways to boost your bravery and build self-confidence. If social situations make you uncomfortable, try hosting a small dinner party. Share a personal struggle with a friend if vulnerability feels intimidating. Keep track of situations or tasks that you avoid due to fear of failure, rejection, or any other negative outcome. Note these instances and work on overcoming them. Begin with smaller challenges and progress towards more significant ones, gradually building your confidence in the process. Don't allow fear to fester and grow. Dive into action and tackle those challenges now. Consider the brave tasks you'd like to accomplish in the coming months and break down the fears associated with each one. Reflecting on the root cause of such fears can help you confront them more effectively. For instance, fear of public speaking may not stem solely from speaking in front of others. Dig deeper and figure out if it's the fear of failure or the fear of judgment that's holding you back. Shift your focus from the negatives to the positives. Visualize how a successful speech would look and feel, the pride and satisfaction it would bring, and the lessons learned. Imagining success can help you understand the benefit of stepping out of your comfort zone. This process prompts you to take action and face your fears head-on. While practicing positive thinking can serve as a great starting point, drawing inspiration from others' experiences can also help motivate you to embrace your own challenges. Embrace your uniqueness. Carly Findlay, a friend of the author, was born with a skin condition called ichthyosis that has significantly affected her appearance. Despite growing up feeling awkward, she has learned to harness her differences as her strength, becoming an advocate for embracing uniqueness. It's crucial to recognize and celebrate what sets us apart from others, be it our appearance, sexuality, or interests. In doing so, we'll find a sense of belonging and pave the way for success and happiness. Encourage children to pursue their passions without worrying about stereotypes and societal expectations. By being true to ourselves and living authentically, we'll foster genuine connections with others and ultimately lead more fulfilling lives. Courage in voicing values. The story of Malala Yousafzai demonstrates the importance of standing up for one's beliefs despite fear and danger. To effectively stand for your values, it's essential to understand and articulate them clearly. Self-betrayal and long-term damage can be avoided by preparing yourself for challenging situations through reading and reflecting on what matters most to you. Malala Yousafzai, a global celebrity for her unwavering advocacy of girls' education, boldly faced opposition in her home country of Pakistan since her early years. Under the oppressive influence of the Taliban, women's education was vehemently opposed. In 2012, Yousafzai's courage caught up with her. A Taliban gunman shot her in the head. Miraculously surmounting this tragedy, she continued her relentless work, eventually receiving the Nobel Peace Prize in 2014. Her powerful story underlines the importance of speaking up for one's beliefs, even when faced with danger. Fear often prevents people from expressing their true opinions, especially in a group setting. Regret tends to follow such missed opportunities, but the actual cost of silence is the long-term damage of betraying one's values. To counteract this damaging self-betrayal, begin by being clear about your beliefs and prepare to stand up for them. Understanding and articulating your values will only make you stronger for defending them when necessary. For example, if you feel uncomfortable hearing racist or homophobic jokes, examine the root causes of your discomfort and why discrimination is unacceptable in society. Then, delve into relevant books and articles that help clarify your stance. By investing time in reflection and educating yourself, you'll be better equipped to express your views when standing up for your values is most vital. Just like Malala Yousafzai, your courage in voicing your beliefs can have a significant impact on the world around you. Courage in heartfelt communication. Communicating from the heart requires courage, especially when sharing feelings and concerns. In challenging situations like addressing promotions at work, it's important to approach the conversation strategically. Clarify your perspective, practice empathy, and focus on the action, not the person, to overcome discomfort and foster understanding. In our lives, different situations call for different forms of courage. For a U.S. Army colonel, bravery once meant following orders in the battlefield. However, when reassigned to an office job at the Pentagon, the courage he needed took a new form, the ability to communicate clearly and question superiors when necessary. This transition wasn't easy, but eventually, he succeeded. Speaking from the heart can be difficult, and sometimes it demands bravery. Sharing your thoughts and feelings openly often comes with the fear of rejection or judgment. For instance, an employee might hesitate to express concerns to her boss about being repeatedly overlooked for promotion, or even discuss her outstanding work history. Avoiding this conversation can lead to resentment in the long run, which is why it's essential to muster the courage to communicate openly. However, speaking from the heart requires a strategic approach. Clarity is crucial. Clarify that you're sharing your point of view, not an indisputable fact. Ensure that you express your emotions without attacking the character of the person you're addressing. Practicing empathy also helps by opening up both sides to understanding other perspectives. When discussing concerns or conflicts, it is vital not to confuse a person's actions with their character. For example, if our overlooked employee accuses her employer of being unfair, she risks offending them by suggesting they are intrinsically unjust. Instead, she should address the specific action, not the person, to avoid eternal dissatisfaction with her employer's decisions. In doing so, sincere and fearless communication can lead to mutual understanding and resolution. Advocate for your success. Modesty and humility, while virtuous, can hold you back in today's competitive world. Becoming your own advocate means showcasing your skills, experience, and accomplishments in a professional manner. To truly leave a positive impression, focus on what you can contribute to others in your chosen field and express genuine passion for your work. Growing up on a family farm, the author valued hard work and humility. However, in our modern society, boasting about one's abilities might seem contrary to these virtues. Yet, self-promotion is essential to avoid being overlooked in a highly competitive landscape, where numerous qualified individuals vie for the same opportunities. Being your own advocate doesn't mean lying or showing off. Instead, it's about intelligently sharing your skills, experience, and achievements in a suitable and professional context. By doing so, you'll make valuable connections and increase your chances of landing the job that's right for you. To be an effective advocate, you must also be willing to express what you can offer to others. It's understandable to feel hesitant about seeming self-centered. However, focusing on self-interests like a high salary or prestige isn't the way to go. Shift your mindset to emphasize how your abilities can benefit others, which roles or companies you can assist, and how your skills can make a difference. When presenting yourself in this light, discussing your strengths feels significantly less awkward. Moreover, it helps create a compelling narrative about your potential contributions to an organization, team, or project. Lastly, to genuinely advocate for your career success, ensure you choose a field you're passionate about. A sincere enthusiasm is contagious and can influence others to recognize your potential and help you obtain the position you truly desire. Embrace change, make decisions. With job stability a thing of the past and unpredictability ruling the modern world, remaining indecisive is more stressful than making calculated decisions, even if they may be imperfect. Rather than getting consumed by uncertainties, it's crucial to be brave, make informed choices, and accept the outcomes they bring. In today's fast-paced world, the security of long-term employment has vanished. Throughout our professional lives, we change jobs an average of 6 times rather than the 2 or 3 that our predecessors experienced. This shift creates an unpredictable future and an environment where change is constant, sudden, and sometimes unannounced. One can hardly expect to prepare for jobs that didn't even exist a decade ago. Take, for example, the author and her husband, Andrew. They invested substantial time and effort early in their marriage trying to determine the best course for Andrew's career and whether the author could embark on a second career while raising children. Despite all their planning, they realized that there were too many unknown variables to make accurate predictions. Instead of getting discouraged or overwhelmed, we should recognize that decision-making amidst uncertainty can be empowering and courageous. Although it might seem counterintuitive, the stress caused by indecision is far worse than making an informed choice, even if that decision turns out to be less than perfect. To navigate this uncharted territory, take the time necessary to evaluate your options but avoid getting lost or consumed by them. For instance, if you're comparing a job offer to your current position, assess the pros and cons without allowing the process to overtake you. Ultimately, you'll need to make a decision and commit to it. There is no perfect choice, chasing it only wastes energy. Embrace the unknown with bravery, make informed choices, and accept the outcome, whatever it may be. Anything else isn't worth the stress. Embracing strength in vulnerability. In the early 2000s, the author's friend, Mona, juggled a high-powered job and motherhood until a breast cancer diagnosis changed her life. The experience taught her the importance of asking for help, redefining strength, and connecting with the power of community. Mona's journey proves that asking for help is not weakness, but rather an act of courage, vulnerability, and connection to a supportive network. Initially, Mona, a strong and independent woman, struggled with the idea of asking for help during her cancer battle. However, she eventually realized that it was not a sign of weakness but a necessity. She even had a revelation that all goodness comes from a higher power, making it senseless to feel guilty about accepting acts of kindness. The crucial lesson here is that asking for help is not a sign of failure, but an acknowledgement of our humanity and the power of community. Contrary to societal conditioning, asking for help requires tremendous strength and bravery. By being vulnerable and sharing our fragility, we grow as individuals and connect with others. Moreover, embracing the need for support allows us to tap into the wealth of resources found within our social networks. Accepting help strengthens bonds and fosters a sense of belonging, essential for personal growth and success. Recognizing and embracing this need throughout life will make us stronger and braver individuals. In conclusion, Mona's cancer journey serves as a powerful reminder of our need for interconnectedness and support. Acknowledging our vulnerability, asking for help, and connecting with the power of community are essential components of inner strength, personal growth, and resilience. Ultimately, recognizing and embracing these truths will enrich our lives and strengthen our bonds with those around us. Embracing grief and growth. Loss and grief are inevitable parts of life, and though it may be tempting to avoid or distract from these emotions, the only way to truly heal is by facing them head-on. Embracing grief can lead to personal growth and a deeper appreciation for life, as overcoming pain demonstrates true courage and resilience. Experiencing loss is an unavoidable aspect of life. Whether it's the death of a loved one or facing personal hardships, everyone will confront grief at some point. For the author, such agony was all too real when his brother died by suicide in 2010. This heartache reminded him that we must accept and acknowledge these emotions rather than mask or compare them with others' experiences. Unfortunately, many people cope with grief by attempting to numb their pain through substance abuse, overworking, or engaging in superficial relationships. While these activities might provide temporary relief, they only serve as distractions and hinder the healing process. Denial and avoidance of grief can contribute to emotional stagnation, preventing personal growth and acceptance. The key to overcoming grief lies in facing it with courage and allowing oneself to fully experience the sadness. By processing these emotions, we can slowly come to terms with our loss and, ultimately, let go. Though it may be difficult to see in the moment, embracing grief can promote personal growth and lead to a more profound appreciation of life. Many cancer survivors, for example, claim that their diagnosis and subsequent hardships provided them with a new perspective on life and what truly matters. The process of enduring and accepting pain makes them cherish life even more once they have emerged on the other side. This invaluable lesson can be applied to various types of suffering. By embracing the darkness, we are better equipped to recognize and appreciate the light of joy and happiness. Indeed, courage manifests in many ways beyond physical feats such as skydiving. Embracing the challenges and uncertainties of life, asking for help, and confronting pain head-on showcase the true strength of one's character and resilience.
Throughout a brave, 50 everyday acts of courage to thrive in work, love, and life, we were encouraged to challenge ourselves by facing our fears and embracing the uncertainty of life. Margie Warrell reminds us that being true to oneself, speaking up for our beliefs, and standing up for our values is crucial for personal growth and success. By taking up these acts of courage, we cultivate resilience and learn to cope with pain and loss better. As we conclude our journey, we leave with a deeper appreciation for life, the roles we play in other people's lives, and the opportunities to grow and learn. With newfound courage and determination, we can shape a more successful, fulfilled, and resilient life, both personally and professionally.